welcome to my bake day. Tomorrow is farmer's market day, which means today is going to be a very long bake day. So today I am making 33 sourdough loaves. I'm making 22 classics and 11 garlic herb loaves. I'm also making 16 sandwich loaves, which are also sourdough. They are currently in my home oven browning up. I'm making 60 English muffins, about 100 cookies, and 6 focaccia. I've already got 12 classic loaves out of the way, and we are going to pick up from here and keep it going because I want to be done before like 7 p.m. tonight. So let's go. Come see what a bake day is with me. Oh, also, I almost forgot to mention, if you are a regular here and you're not new, I got a new special machine that I've been talking about, the dough divider, and we're going to test it out in this video with our English muffins, so stay tuned for that as well. All right, and what do you know? Our sandwich loaves are basically done, so I'm just gonna show you what our first batch is looking like. This is them. They are so stunningly beautiful. I did a diagonal score. They also browned up very nicely and they're huge. I'm using the USA pans. This is a 5 by 10 inch, I believe, and I just need to show you how easy these work. Like, that easy. Okay, you need USA pans. I am not sponsored. I wish I was, but you need a USA pan. And this is our sandwich loaf. I'm gonna brush it with some olive oil and then they just need to cool. My next batch of sandwich loaves are going into the oven. I can fit 8 in my oven at once, so this will just take 2 hours basically because I bake them for about 40 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I just use my score that I would for my normal loaves and just go diagonal. I think it makes a very pretty design and it's just very fitting for the shape of a sandwich loaf. It is now 10:12 a.m. Let's pull our second batch and last batch of sandwich loaves out of the oven. Look at that. So perfect. So perfect. Alright, so I still have loaves in my bread oven, which we will get to after this because I have tons of rounds to do. I just haven't showed you yet, but they are definitely cooking. And so in my home oven, I actually need to get my focaccia in next. And these are perfectly proofed. I mean, look at how jiggly they are. What I'm going to do is dimple them, put some more olive oil over the top, and then add some flaky sea salt, and then they will go in at 400 degrees. What's the word? Alright, so our focaccia is in the oven, our sandwich loaves are done. We need to get on to our third to last load of loaves, and I'm going to get that ready now. Each load of loaves takes about an hour to bake, and my English muffins take about 2 hours to proof. So I'm going to get these in the oven. That means we would have 2 loads left, which is about 2 hours, which is a perfect amount of time for my English muffins to proof. So we're going to get these in and then work on our English muffins. . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 。 . . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . current state of my English muffins. Clearly this container was just a little bit too small for them. They have been cold proofing since yesterday, and now we have to use our new machine, divide them up, and then let them sit out for 2 hours to do their final proof before baking. So let's get started with this. So basically our new machine, which you'll see in a second, requires you to put 4,000 grams of dough into this pan, which will end up making 40 100-gram English muffins. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure out 4,000 grams to put into this dish. And there you have it, 4,000 grams on the dot. Our next step is to kind of push this down so it's even looking. I mean, it seems pretty even, so let's bring it over to the machine. This is my dough divider from Vivor. It is super cool, it's super massive and heavy. So it's always going to divide 40 no matter what, and we are shooting for 100 grams each, so that is what gets us the 4,000 grams here. But I'm assuming this would work for bagels too, or anything else for that matter. And basically I'm going to put the pan down here. We will put this lever down and it'll work its magic, hopefully. All right, 1, 2, and I have to press this. And this is what it looks like. Let's bring it back over to the table. Here is what it looks like. There's 40 pieces divided out in here. Now we just have to flip it out onto the table and then roll them into balls. All right, we have 3 trays of English muffins. They are all rolled out. They will have to complete their final proof, which the dough was actually feeling pretty puffy and kind of warm. I think it's because it kind of sat out for a while once I took them out of the refrigerator. So it might not have to take the full 2 hours. We'll see. Also, I just realized that I effed up 11 loaves. I was testing out a new flavor, garlic herb, and it must have been something with the garlic. They are extremely flat. I honestly don't think they're overproofed. They might just be underproofed, or there's a problem with shaping. Maybe I degassed it too much. I don't know. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm just not going to sell those loaves. And if you're a baker and you feel that you are not confident in a certain batch, because it happens to everyone, it happens to professionals. I'm not a professional, but I've been doing this for a year and it happens, you know, not regularly, but it does happen. I am not going to sell something that I'm not proud of. That is just not what you should do. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do with those loaves. Like, that is as flat as a pancake. Here's another deal. It's just really ugly. Anyways, here's my focaccia. Just came out of the oven. I have 2 more in there. I'll show you up close what they look like. This is what the classic focaccia is looking like. I'm going to get these onto the cooling rack and move on with the rest of our baking. So it is now 2:50 p.m. It's been a while since we've last talked. I finished my English muffins, which I will show you in a second. They are cooling off. And now I need to finish my cookies, which is my top priority. Not only because it's the last thing I need to bake, but also I don't want my ovens to be turned on for any extra time than they need to be. And if I diddle daddy... What? Diddle daddy? Is that the term? I didn't know it actually says daddy. Anyways, if I waste any time, it adds up and my ovens will end up being on longer than they need to be. So right now I just need to get these cookies in there. I think I have 2 more rounds of cookies, and then I'm done. Basically my process here is I put it in my oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Yeah. And then I switch the rack and bake again for another 6 minutes. So I'll show you what they look like when they're all. Cookies are finally done. I have some sitting over here and some sitting over there. I'll show you. But now I'm just getting my English muffins packaged. This is what they look like. Very pretty. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love these English muffins. Here are the cookies. Last but not least, we got to get these packaged up. I believe there is 100 here, maybe a little bit more than 100. I have more over here too. In here. So I'm gonna get those all packaged up, and that's the end of our bake day. What time is it? 3:51. I probably won't finish packaging these till like 4:15. I'm so happy with that, to be honest. I'm so happy. Since I have some extra time today, I'm gonna clean the entire kitchen. Normally I'm so busy that I don't get to that till like the next day, but I need to do that. We are not done hanging out though, because tomorrow's my farmer's market. I'm gonna bring you along with me tomorrow. We can see if I sell out. It'll be funny. What am I saying? It'll be fun. I gotta go now. Let me just put the camera away. Hello everyone, it is now the next day. It is 1:55 p.m. and we are headed to the farmer's market. Farmer's market doesn't start until 3:30. As before, I like to get there early because a lot of customers stop by at like 3, and if I'm not set up, I obviously lose out on sales. So it's been a bit strategic of me to set up as early as possible because I get so many sales before the market opens. So we're gonna do just that. I'm gonna drive over, try to set up as fast as I can. It usually takes me about an hour since I'm setting up alone. And yeah, I will show you what the setup looks like. We're gonna cross our fingers that we sell out. So come on.